Definitely.
Yeah. No, he would have been 29 tomorrow, and on March 28th, it'll be 10 years.
Wow.
We're just in a total fog. I mean, you're shock. You're in major shock. So I can't really say when things started to kind of come in focus and I felt like there was an element of support. I just knew that I never felt, at least at the time that it happened, that I was ostracized the way I know other people have felt in regards to this type of death. But we were never alone. We were very well taken care of from family and friends that came continuously through the door. But for the most part, the people who try and make you feel better are doing it out of the kindness of their own heart. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I can't, hands down, I just don't know what I can say, is what you hear. Or I can't imagine how you must feel. And that's not helpful. Because then you have to respond with, well, yeah, you can't. Or then you try and make them feel better.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. It can be exhausting to try and take care of somebody else when you're just ravaged.
Yeah.
I went back to school 2 days after the fact, and granted, it wasn't for class. I wasn't there for class. I was there for support. So I was going to say that something that worked for me was going to a school that really fostered that positive environment and discussion around suicide. Multiple counselors on site, and they encouraged kids to come by and talk about how they were feeling and how they were processing it. And I just knew on some level that was going on, and that's where I needed to be. My advisor called one of my relatives who was present with us and said, "What message would you like for us to relay to your classmates when we deliver this news, if anything? Like, how can we support you? How can we help you?" Like, that was what they led with, from what I understand. And I just said, "Treat me normally. Please just treat me normally. I just need normalcy desperately." And so he delivered that to them, and that was really significant. I remember that the fact that they asked what I needed in that moment. And that's what so many people don't realize, is you just need to be present. Practice active listening. That's so important.
It's a badge. It's not a pretty badge. It's a different badge. It's not cancer. It's not an accident on a bike or hiking. And it comes with those questions that will never be answered. And you have to, put those to rest. It's not anybody's fault. It's an emotional accident. How to communicate is a very personal thing, and I don't fault anybody for not being able to do what we've done, I think, pretty well, and that is talk. And the more you can talk about him, the better. Where I think a lot of people, especially in our society, you don't want to talk about that person because you don't want to upset. I don't want to upset you. Well, you're not upsetting me. You're acknowledging that my son was here. And if you have anything you'd like to share, that's caviar. That's sweet. I will love you forever. Do not shy away from talking about a deceased loved one, at least within our family.
I recently shared with my colleagues that I had lost my brother to suicide, because I had invited them to the Forefront event. And it's meant, I was surprised, most of them didn't know. I don't know why, because I'm just so open about it. Yeah, it was a coming out of sorts, like, hey, I've lost somebody to suicide. And I think it's interesting to assimilate that, it's like coming out with a mental health issue of your own. I mean, it's, and yeah, sharing it with somebody for the first time and seeing their face when they learn that it's a suicide, and then you feeling like you have to backpedal in some way and like say, oh, like, you know, before they even have a chance to respond to, like, I'm conditioned to say, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. It's totally not okay. It's not okay.
Right.
I still don't know how to respond. And people say, oh, I'm really sorry. You should just give them a chance to respond. Thank you. You know,
I'm sorry too.
I'm sorry too. Yeah. Yeah,
because I did that too. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's not okay.
It's
what
not
am I
okay.
talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. B, is there any advice you might give to a teen who is in the throes of having lost someone to suicide? And
it's okay to be angry. And it's okay to, for lack of a better word, it's okay to be selfish. Because I was disturbed in the first, 24 to 48 hours, the fact that I was like plagued with thoughts of how is this going to affect me and my outlook on everything. How is this going to change me intrinsically, and how is this going to change my relationships? And I would have these thoughts, and then immediately after the fact, I would just feel so ashamed. Like, why am I having these thoughts at all? I shouldn't be thinking about myself right now. I should be thinking about him and my family and just be selfless. And I just want to say it's okay to feel that way. It's natural to feel that way. It's a part of shock. It's a part of grief. It's okay to consider yourself. Yeah, there's a quote, and I can't remember who said it, but it's self-care is not about self-indulgence. It's about self-preservation. So it's really important to consider yourself. Even though, yes, you want to be present for your family, you want to be present for your friend who lost somebody, or whatever the case may be, but it's just as important to be present for yourself. Be present for yourself first. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others.